Welcome to our NCAF podcast, where we ask, what is a sponge city? I'm your host, and in today's episode, we'll immerse ourselves in the transformative approach to urban design that is fundamentally changing how we interact with water in our cities. Faced with the mounting challenge of urban floods, cities in China are leading a revolutionary shift towards embracing nature by building what are known as sponge cities. This innovative concept moves away from traditional grey infrastructure, such as levees, pipes, and dams. Instead, it focuses on allowing urban landscapes to absorb water during high rainfall and release it during droughts, akin to a natural sponge. Kong Jianyu, the Dean of Peking University's College of Architecture, has been at the forefront of sponge city research. He has spent over 2 decades advocating for the adoption of these nature-based solutions in China. It became clear that the traditional approach of constructing vast concrete barriers and sealing all permeable surfaces was not sustainable after flooding devastated Beijing in 2012, leaving significant destruction and loss of life in its wake. The concepts at the heart of sponge cities are centered on working with nature rather than against it. Rather than swiftly channeling water away, the idea is to slow it down, using meandering streams and green spaces to mitigate flooding. Yu emphasizes that these methods can be life-saving, arguing that traditional dams and fast-flowing channels often fail, whereas adaptable, nature-based solutions thrive. In addition to preventing floods, sponge cities offer a plethora of benefits. They are capable of cleaning and reducing pollution in water, lessening urban heat, and can also reduce reliance on tap water. Yu suggests that as these water systems incorporate vegetation, sediments, and microorganisms, they could eventually supplant or significantly ease the burden on energy-intensive urban water filtration systems. Furthermore, sponge cities contribute meaningfully to the fight against climate change. They demand less energy for maintenance compared with grey infrastructure. The construction uses fewer resources, requires less concrete, and these green spaces are potent carbon sinks. In biodiversity and recreation, sponge cities shine. They endorse biodiversity by allowing wetlands and forests to flourish, alongside providing expanded recreational spaces for city dwellers. Experts like Faith Chan, associate professor at the University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China, note that urban parks are not just beneficial for the environment, but they are also beloved by communities. Looking at the global context, sponge cities present significant opportunities for less developed countries. Planning ahead with nature-based solutions can be more cost-effective than retrofitting existing urban areas. And as the climate emergency persists, Europe has taken note. Severe floods have encouraged a re-evaluation of traditional infrastructure, ushering in a slow but steady adoption of sponge city principles, such as the Netherlands' Room for the River project. Yet, not all countries have the capacity to protect their heritage and populations against the ravages of climate change. Senegal's historic coastal city of St. Louis is a stark example, with rising sea levels claiming irreplaceable cultural sites and traditional livelihoods, demonstrating the urgency of implementing sustainable practices worldwide. As Chinese and European experts exchange information on developing nature-based solutions, there is hope for a future where urban areas worldwide can become resilient, adaptive, and harmonious with the environment around them. Thank you for joining me on this journey of understanding sponge cities and the pivotal role they play in our present and future. Until next time, let's keep paving the way towards sustainable urban landscapes together. Thank you for listening.